This is Tyler,
And I'm Rita
and we're back. But this time we're in the car.
for a wild ride.
Wild ride. Like, I don't know if y'all are ready.
So, should we tell them what we were doing this morning?
Yes.
We got to be models.
Yeah, it was like our influence era, for sure. Like, we had a glam morning.
Yep.
The people forgot to show up, so we just had to do it ourselves.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's okay because I now know how to do makeup on myself, and that's part of growing up and just feel so much older.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, first, though, we went on a little shopping spree yesterday.
Yeah, it was a good one.
We coordinated our looks, made sure all the colors were good, all that jazz.
Like, especially with the rebrand. Like,
Yeah.
just wait until you see how it correlates. Like,
And then
it's good.
we got all glammed up this morning, did our hair and makeup, and then we went and met our...
Before we went, we had to stop and get something.
Oh, the classic Starbies.
Yeah.
Except for they didn't write our names on the cups.
Yeah.
Even though we were like obnoxiously like, it's for Rita, it's for Tyler. She even spelled it.
I even spelled Tyler because I didn't want them to think I was a boy right then.
Yeah.
Like, Tyler is with an O.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It didn't end up mattering.
So. No. We still took pics with the drinks, of course.
Yeah. And
to stay hydrated.
We had a comfy outfit that, once again, the matching styling, there was a lot of thought. The thought process going into that was spectacular. Ooh.
Yeah. Tyler really had a vision, and
yeah,
I can't wait to see it all come together.
I know. The vision with the logo, too, like, it's in my brain. I just got to get it. I have it on paper, but now I need to get it, like, digital.
Yeah. No, it's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. We love being, like, the Neurospicy babes, but the podcast is evolving. We're evolving, and it just feels right.
Yeah, it feels really good. Especially, like, this is our studio now.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a place to record every time. So the car is the consistent thing in our life.
Yeah. And it's fun. I mean, we have always spent a lot of time in the car together. And
a few wrong turns along the way. Rita also screams when I almost hit a car. So if that happens, you know why.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're safe. Hands-free.
At least I'm not driving.
Exactly.
So
there's a reason for me driving.
Because you have control issues?
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, we were thinking this first episode,
let's talk about some of our experiences in a car.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of bad ones. Like I said, I'm not a good driver. I try my best, but I've been in a couple accidents. I've driven into the ditch so many times. I don't even know. I got some speeding tickets, got some written warnings.
So how is your, like, what's the worst?
The worst would probably be the time that was not my fault. I was at a 4-way stop. I made a full and complete stop, and this girl did not, and she T-boned me. And I just, like, sat in my car, like, jaw open, like, just in shock. And she runs up and, like, knocking on the window, and I, like, finally roll it down, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm 16. I just got my license, like, a few weeks ago. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, she immediately, like, admitted fault and whatever, and she smashed up the side of my car. And then I was just, like, a mess. And I ended up hurting my neck really bad. I had to go to, like, chiropractor twice a week for, like, several months to get that all fixed up. But her insurance company tried to sue me and say that it was my fault, and it wasn't. So my dad went full lawyer and, like, mapped out the crime scene, or the crash scene, I guess. It wasn't a crime scene, but whatever. And we, like, had to go to court, and I had to, like, talk to a judge. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so that was
scary.
pretty bad. And then I got a new car from my dad, so that part was
We
good.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love
Actually, no, that was so I had my first car. It was a Dodge Stratus,
Okay.
and it was gray. And then after the crash, she got me another Dodge Stratus. This time it was blue.
Which one's better? What color? So if you could have any color car, what color?
I like blue. I like the blue cars.
Like for a car?
Yeah, like my car right now is blue.
Ugh.
I like blue. But then my other crash was my fault. I was in like traffic and I was daydreaming a little bit, and I crashed into the car in front of me.
Oh.
And they had like a 1-year-old kid. I felt really, really bad.
That's sad.
And then like because of something, like my shifter thing got stuck, and I couldn't shift it back into drive to like get out of the middle of the interstate.
So you were just like stuck there.
I was just stuck there, like not dry heaving, like bawling.
Yeah.
Hyperventilating, that's what it is. But then my dad bought me my current car, which is really nice. And he said, this is the last car you ever get. I said, dang it.
Sad day.
Well, yeah, it was really sad.
I have never gotten in an accident.
That's great.
That's crazy, truthfully. It's crazy. So, knock on wood, here I am. No wood in the car. Love it. Love it. Yeah, that's that. I don't really have any fun stories for it because I've never gotten in a crash.
One time I ran into my parents' mailbox.
Okay, I have hit things. That's not a crash.
Well, yeah, but it's just kind of...
You're just adding to it.
It was silly. Like, I literally just, like, didn't turn right and ran straight into it. And then my dad and the neighbor, like, cemented it into the ground, and they said, next time you hit it, it's your car. It's going to get hurt, not the mailbox. And I said, oh, dang.
So this car, actually, that I'm driving, my current car, my aunt and uncle used to own it. Parents got it from them, and now it's my car.
Yeah.
My dad also said, I'm not buying you any more cars.
Yeah.
I was like, fair enough. But...
I mean, is it fair, though, like,
no,
for just, like, 16-year-old girls?
They birthed me into this world. Take care of me. If you don't have the financial needs to buy your daughter a car as she grows old. Just kidding.
We're joking.
I love you, Dad.
We love our dads a lot.
Yeah. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I have hit a lot of things. But this car that I'm currently driving is the car that I hit with a different car.
That's funny.
And I hit it like really hard. Like I backed up my parents' like mom van type thing, driving that, rammed into this car.
Yeah.
Big old thing. But they used some hot water, undented it, and now it's my car.
Great.
That I hit. And I've reversed a few times and forgot to look behind me. So happens.
That happens.
It happens.
For sure. I like don't know how you live without a backup camera. If I didn't have a backup camera, like things would be really rough.
So I grew up with a backup camera in addition to like my first car had a backup camera.
And now you don't have one.
Now I
What
don't.
an adjustment.
Yeah, it was, but
oof.
How long? I probably had without one for majority of the time.
You get used to it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes my boyfriend says I like rely on it too much, but
no, that they're there for a reason.
Yeah, but he doesn't trust it.
So if you're in the car, what's your go-to playlist?
Well, it really just depends on the mood.
Feel that.
I mean, most of the time I'm just listening to Taylor Swift, but like there's different moods. Like there's like sing-along ones, or there's like listen to a whole album one, or there's like old school. Like it really depends.
Okay. For me, when I'm in the car, it obviously depends on my mood, but just the casual, like definitely my morning ride or after work ride, most of the time it's always just my chill playlist.
Yeah, morning rides are usually chill. Like those are good Evermore or Folklore mornings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or mine's like Charlie XC or like James Bay, Taylor Swift. Like it's a wide variety, but more the chiller vibes with still potential sing along if I'm wanting that.
Yeah.
You never know. But obviously we have the pump up jams too. Just don't know when that's just for a specific mood.
And there's also another one I talked about, like, I love a good movie soundtrack or like a playlist from a movie or from a like TV show.
Yeah.
Like we've been watching Nobody Wants This, and their like official playlist is really good.
Can we just tell you about that show? Because we're both watching it.
Yeah.
I finished it now.
And it's actually about us.
Yeah, actually.
It was based on our life.
What? Are we influencers again?
Just kidding.
Wannabes.
But they're like there's like sisters that are podcasters that are like main characters in it.
Yeah, and then they just like live out their life. And it's a love story, obviously.
Yeah.
But it is just so realistic. And the love story part of it too, like,
yeah.
I feel like I can just relate, not even relate, like understand where each person's coming from in like the situation or conflicts that arise. And it just is a feel good TV show too, because
it's like relatable. A rom-com in a TV show.
That's exactly it. That's why I think we like it.
Yeah. No,
and it's so good. Fucking funny.
I love that rom-coms are back. They're back, baby.
Because that rom-com, why I can't ever remember names.
The one with Sydney Sweeney?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember what it's called either.
It's so good though.
So good.
So yeah, any other car things? I've gotten pulled over. Like, I mean,
Do you cry every time you get pulled over too?
No.
Oh, I always cry. I've talked myself out of a few things though, like
when crying.
Or what do you mean? I mean, like,
what? Wait.
Sometimes
you've talked yourself out of a few things,
like tickets and stuff.
Oh, talked your way out of it.
Yeah. Okay. And like, I don't know. Sometimes I think they just like think I'm really, really dumb, so they just are like.
I think they also think that you're like.
World.
I think generally people think that you're just like would try and cry on purpose, but like you literally can't.
No.
Like that's you.
Like
in pure pain and trauma.
Oh my gosh. Remember when I got pulled over for like and they checked to see if I was like drunk or whatever?
Yeah. And you're just bawling your eyes out.
I was a disaster. And I just kept saying, I don't understand why are we doing this? And then
she's like doing the drunk test. Did you have to do that?
Yeah.
No way. I thought they only breathalyzed you.
No, I had to first he did like the eye thing and my eyes like twitch or whatever because of like an eye problem I used to have, or I still have technically, I guess, whatever. So then he was like, oh, she's drunk. So then I
had out of the car.
So no, I had to get out of the car right away. He did the eye thing and then he's like, yep, she's definitely drunk. And then he made me do like the walking thing, but when he was telling me how to do like the turnaround, because you have to walk away and then you have to do a special little turnaround and come back.
Yeah.
There was like another police officer pulling up and there's something else going on the road. So I like couldn't focus. So I didn't hear the directions. And
so you also weren't listening. And that's what also made him think you were drunk.
There was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
It was really hard. And then, then he breathalyzed me and it blew a 0 because I don't drive drunk.
Yeah. Smart. It's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
But like honestly, I'm like sitting there, I was like, oh my god, maybe I am drunk.
Like, am I drunk without drinking? What? Can this happen?
Oh yeah, so that was scary.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more so at the point, like when I get pulled over, I'm like, oh fuck, are you kidding me? Like, not again.
Yeah.
I haven't been pulled over that many times, but
yeah. And I mean, first, I guess we should, like, acknowledge, like, we have a lot of privilege. Like, we're white women. So, like,
true.
Getting pulled over, while can still be kind of scary because I actually have known a lot of people who have cops who have been, like, really gross. But we do have a lot of privilege in the fact that we're white. So, like, I will put that out there. One time I had a very creepy cop, though. I was driving back really late from tennis tournament with like the whole team in my car, and I was speeding, like I really was, because I really wanted to get home, and he pulled me over and he was a jerk, and then he like took my license and insurance, and then he hands me back stuff. I take it, and he also gives me a ticket, And and I take it and I'm driving away, and then all of this, oh yeah, and he made everybody in the car give him their phone number.
What?
It was so weird. So we all had to give him a phone number, and I was like, why? And he's like, don't question me, I'm not a cop. And I was like, okay, but I don't think I have to give you my phone number. But we all gave him my phone number, and
I feel like that needs like a fact check, like that.
Yeah, no, like they can't ask that. Like we did not have to give that, but we were just little college kids,
innocent.
And then all of a sudden I'm getting like a call from an unknown number, and we're like, oh my god, it's a freaking cop. And he called me. He's like, yeah, I forgot to give your insurance back. Give me your address. I'll meet you at your house.
Ah!
And
why?
Like, then, so I like drop everyone off and I get back to my house, and he's like standing on my porch waiting for me. And it was really scary.
Oh.
Luckily, he just like gave it back and was like a little weird. But like,
that is not normal.
No, I told my dad about it, and he was so mad. He was about to drive to Winona and like go to the police station. I was like, let's not do that.
I mean,
but I mean, the cop definitely was sketch.
Not
yeah,
not right.
Yeah,
yeah. I have a lot of car, actually. Oh gosh, we missed a big segment from me.
Yeah, I was like, when are you? There's got to be stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so I get
boop.
Never been in an accident, but ask me how many times my car's been stuck.
Yes.
I don't know how we have not been.
Okay, can you say the one time you got stuck, how you got unstuck?
Yeah, so I go to a guy's house. My car gets stuck.
And the boy is gone.
The boy is gone. So I am there. Yeah.
SOSing friends.
SOSing friends. I don't have family really in the area. Also, I'm at a guy's house, so like, how much do I want to share at the moment?
Yeah.
Like, it's the morning. And it's icy and I'm stuck. Like, I am not getting out. And I had some clothes in the back of my car.
Whose clothes were they, Tyler? Were they yours?
They were not mine.
Oh.
They were a guy.
The guy you were just with before the car got stuck?
No, actually not his.
Oh.
But a previous ex's clothes that I had all intentions to give back.
Yeah.
Hence why they were in my car.
They were good intentions.
Good intentions. But I was stuck. And I ended up calling the boy that I was just with. And I was like, so, here's the situation. And he's like he's doing something where he can't leave.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I can call some buddies. I'm like, that doesn't feel very fun. And he's like, do you have clothes in your car? And I'm like, I don't want to use my clothes.
You're like, my clothes are super nice.
Like, will they get ruined? He goes, well, potentially. I was like, okay, I found some clothes. I didn't share yet, like, whose clothes. I just said I had clothes. I had four articles of clothing. I put them under.
What were the articles of clothing?
I think they're just like a few shirts and some shorts, maybe.
Okay.
Nothing awful.
Okay.
Slug. Damn it. And I put them under each tire. It got unstuck. Looked back, saw the clothes, kept on driving. That's that.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I told the man I was with that I used my ex's boyfriend's clothes. He questions why you have them. Valid question.
Super valid question.
Super valid.
Yeah.
And then he sends me a video of them sitting in that location.
Was this where you were stuck?
Oh, yeah. And then I've also, like, lost my keys.
Oh, my God. So many freaking times.
So many times.
Remember when we bet on when they would get found?
Yeah. So, normally I lose my keys in a place that, like, will be found eventually, as in, like, my house or my car.
Yeah.
But it also happens, like, I dropped them in the school parking lot and then it snowed the next day.
Yeah.
So then I didn't have a key.
Yeah.
But
how much did it cost for them to get into your car?
Luckily, my dad has the good insurance. And this has happened to me way too many times that we get free refund every time.
Oh, good. Or else it would have been like $400.
Yeah, it would have been a lot. So we're very thankful for that type of insurance because otherwise I'd be in debt.
Yeah. It did wreck your window, though.
Yeah, it did wreck my window. And now, well, it's because I've done it so many times.
Yeah.
So, like, initially, I always, like, never know, like, where my keys are, obviously. Otherwise, I'd grab them. So we think they're in the car, so we have to call, like, the locksmith guy. And he wrecks my window. So now every time we listen to music,
it, like, rattles so obnoxiously.
And I either have to hit the window or hold the button up. So that's annoying. But then also, I had to get a new key made.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, we did end up finding the key.
Yeah.
It was in a snowbank, I guess.
Yep.
And someone found it.
So, like, months later, like, when the snow's melting.
And now I use that key fob to unlock, and then I have to have a different key to drive my car.
Yeah, because if you try and use the one key to start the car
with the fob,
it doesn't work. And
it really will wreck your engine. And
yeah, and you might accidentally be able to get it into reverse and then get stuck in the middle of the street and be calling Tyler's dad panicking.
Did that happen?
Maybe. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So that was quite the time.
Yeah.
I've also been stuck in the snowbank.
Oh, so many times.
And
there's usually a nice, like, citizen that comes and helps me, though.
Yes. Like, should we ask my uncle how many times he helped my car get unstuck from his driveway? From the driveway.
Yeah.
Not even... Oh my gosh, I have another funny car story. Okay, you do yours first.
I just have two quick, like, funny stuck ones. One, I got stuck on my way to work one morning, and we, like, call work mom, and we're like, hey, car's stuck, we're going to be late, please get us the caramel rolls. And she's like, why are you worried about caramel rolls? We're like, why would you not be worried about caramel rolls? And then...
And, like, again, we worked at a school, so, like, if you don't get them...
Yeah,
you're not going to.
And they were good caramel rolls. And then I got a ride to school with a fireman, and he's like, should I put the lights on? And I was like, please, as we're in, like, the parent drop-off line.
That's
like,
my teacher.
Please, dear goodness gracious, do not turn the lights on. This is very embarrassing.
Don't do that.
And my dad has gotten me unstuck so many times, but literally I got stuck in a parking lot in the middle of summer in, like, a mud hole.
Oh.
And I pick up the phone and I go, hey, Dad, I'm stuck. And he goes, where? No questions asked, just where? And then he says, tell your boyfriend good luck. And
fair.
They both thought that was really funny.
Yeah, I think that's good. I hate cars.
Yeah,
anything
me too.
To do with them. Like, I just need to get places.
Yeah.
And I drive it, but ugh. So my other funny car thing was my friend somehow, like, I must have left my keys in her bag or the car or something, and then she goes home. And the next morning, I'm trying to get to work, and I can't find my keys. And I thought this was just, like, a typical Tyler moment where it's just, like, missing.
Yeah.
It's under my shit somewhere. Like,
it's
typically
around.
That's how it is. And I finally have AirTags after the last incident where I had to get new keys.
Yeah.
So I look on my AirTag app thinger, and it's all the way across the cities. Like,
wait, how did that even happen?
40-minute drive. Because my keys were left in her car.
Oh.
But I had to get to work.
Yeah, you did.
And you know how I got to work?
Uber,
baby.
Uber. Thank God for Uber.
And, like, okay, I feel like in the cities that'd be a casual, normal thing.
Yeah.
My Uber drive was a 30-minute drive. Probably costed me $50 to get to work that day.
Yeah.
And once again, like, driving up in the parent pickup line.
Yeah.
I was like, Uber, you can just drop me off here.
Yeah. Like, this is embarrassing.
There's not Ubers in that area. And
no.
That's what... Yeah, so that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
So, moral of that, we don't really like cars, but our podcast is in the car.
Yeah. Oh, I had one just recently when I was down visiting my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yes.
just driving down the road to get us Starbucks while my niece was sleeping, and I just full on going like 30 miles per hour ran into a curb, and my tire went completely flat. Um,
Nice.
yeah. So I was like trying to like get to a gas station because I was really hopeful I could just put air in it and it'd
Yeah.
be okay.
Do you know how to put air in it?
I mean, I've been taught before.
Like, so if you would have rolled up and had to do it, would
I
you had to call someone first, or
I
would
think
you
I would have been able to do it.
trial and error?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's really not that hard either.
Okay.
Once you've done
I've
it,
never done it.
Yeah, I feel like I could probably
Like,
do
I
it.
imagine I just like pick it up and pop it in.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you push a button? I don't know.
Sometimes like the quick trip ones, they have a button.
Okay.
It's I'll do it sometime for you. I'll teach you.
Okay.
But I couldn't find a gas station, so I was just like, well, there's the Starbucks. So I pulled into the Starbucks parking lot, get out. My tire is ripped to shreds. it's donezo, and I was like, well, crap.
Like, no air is gonna fix that.
No air is gonna fix that. So I like call my sister, and she's like, well, I'm not waking up my kid. So I just hung out at Starbucks for a little bit until she could come and get me. And then we like call her boyfriend because my boyfriend wasn't there. And again, no questions. He's just like, yeah, I'll go over there after work. We'll get the spare on and like da 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 da. I call like my dad, my boyfriend. Nobody asked any questions about
like,
what happened. They were just like, whatever. And my sister like whispers to her boyfriend, and he's like, she ran into a curb, and he's like, I know.
Like, we know how you drive.
He's like, yeah. Am I supposed to be surprised by this?
So once again, can you guess why I'm driving?
Oh, but I did get all new lug nuts out of the deal because they
Hey.
called me and they said, "Do you want new lug nuts?" And I said,
Lug what?
"Yeah." I said, "Let me consult my men." So I called some men, and they were like, "No, you don't need new lug nuts. Don't do that." And I called them back, and I said, "Nope, I don't need them. No, thank you." And then a few days later, I'm sitting at home, and they called me, and they're like, "Hey, you need to pay us for the lug nuts." I said, "What lug nuts?" And they're like, "We put new lug nuts on your car." I said, "Well, that's on you, babe."
Be like, I didn't actually want them.
So I got lug nuts for free.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know how much they actually cost,
I don't know what they actually are.
but I love free things, so that was good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about cars. I got nothing.
Also, one time when I like first switched over to Minnesota plates from like my home state of North Dakota, I didn't know about like registering your car or whatever, so I didn't like have new tabs, and they were like 6 months expired, and I got pulled over, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you. My dad does that, and he goes, call your dad.
Yeah. Did you know?
Like I was the stupidest bitch on the planet.
That for insurance,
Mm-hmm.
you can just take a picture of your insurance card.
Yeah.
Or like most insurances now, just have it on an app, and you can just use that.
Yeah.
So the last time I got pulled over, I didn't have my insurance nor my ID, but that's common for me. You also don't need to have it, FYI.
Yes, you do. No. You should always drive with your license.
But legally, you do not have to.
Oh my God.
You have 24 hours to turn it in.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you won't get in trouble for it.
Yeah, but it would be easier if you just had it on hand.
It would be easier, but that's not really how I roll.
Okay.
I also was like, okay, I don't really know if I have insurance. I just have like this little pamphlet of where insurance cards go, but like I don't know like if it was in there, and I hand them all of them.
Yeah, I've done that.
Like the stack.
Yeah, you open up the glove department and you say good luck.
He's like going through them, and I'm like, just hoping for the best here. And he's like, these are all expired. I was like, shit. And he goes, can you like look it up? And I was like, I don't. He's like, who do you have? I don't know.
Sorry about my cough, everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm like on the phone with my dad, and the cops right there. He's like, can you just get the insurance card? I was like, Dad, I need the insurance card.
Please.
Can't get a ticket. I'm broke.
You know, something cool that they do in, I think it's Norway, instead of just tickets being like, if you're going this much over, it's like this many dollars.
Yeah.
It's based on like your income. So like a rich person pays more for a speeding ticket than like a poor person.
Okay.
So like then it's an actual punishment, because yeah, if you're like a millionaire, you get a speeding ticket, it's just like whatever. Where like here it like really punishes people who are already struggling.
Yeah.
But instead like we would pay like $2 for a ticket, and like
it's actually
a millionaire
equitable.
would pay like $2,000 for that same ticket.
Because did you know that we don't want to live in an equal world?
Whoa. I
Yeah.
knew that.
But
the listeners maybe
I hope you do know that. Like,
yeah.
Everyone's like, we want things equal. No. Like,
No.
please no, we don't.
No.
We don't. We really don't.
Absolutely not.
Equitable.
Well, on that hopeful note,
we are home. I don't know like how that like worked out so perfect.
It did though.
And I feel like we have to end with a few questions I have.
Oh, okay.
What is your dream car?
I don't have a dream car because I don't care.
Okay, like I don't have like a dream brand. Okay, well then I'll answer the question.
Okay.
I want a Tesla. I want a Tesla just to say I have a Tesla, I think. And also like the fun of the technology within the Tesla. Like that just sounds very fun. I also like that's just like a, if it happens it'd be fun. But like reality, I can't wait to have a mom car. Not a mom van, like a mom,
like an SUV. Yeah.
Like I can't wait for that life.
I don't want that. That sounds scary. It's more space that you have to be aware of.
Yeah, but like,
oops.
Yeah, I'm excited for like the mom life with mom car.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my dream car. Okay, you have to come up with a question.
Oh, wow. Put me on the spot.
Have you ever ran out of gas?
Yeah. Definitely.
When do you fill up your gas tank?
When I feel like it.
No, like when? What's your like most common?
I mean, it's usually on empty.
Okay, empty or the light?
Like the light's on, yeah.
And do you go past the light, or like the minute it turns on, you're like, okay, gas station time?
I mean, I try and go before, but like honestly, no. I go when it's pretty desperate.
Me too. Like I see the light and I'm like, oh shit, like I got places to be. There's no time for gas.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Yeah. Especially like in the winter, I'm like, I don't want to. So then I don't.
Same with oil change though too. Like why is there not like a...
Oh, see, I get my oil change.
I don't. And I should, because like that's what would save my car.
Yeah, what's this?
That's called Drift. Drift could sponsor us. Because it's a car air freshener. Natural.
It smells good.
Yeah. It can only last a month though, so you get like a new little clippy every month.
Oh. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Where is your favorite spot to sit in the car?
Is it like physically in the car or go and sit?
Like physically in the car. Like when you're on a road trip, where do you want to be?
I have control issues.
Yeah, so you want to be driving.
I want to be driving unless it's people like, it depends on my mood. I do really like driving and being the DJ and having that control, but I also, if I'm gonna be the relaxer, like,
I would rather be in the back seat and not be responsible for anything. I don't want to be responsible for the music, the temperature, the directions. I want to be back there.
So you're like a backseat princess?
Yeah.
Backseat princess?
Yeah.
So what am I then?
The control freak. Oops, sorry.
Fair enough. Okay, on that note.
Sorry, that was mean, girl.
Yeah. We're also working on being nice.
Yeah.
That's the first episode of Wild Ride.
Whoa.
Ah! So fun.
Super fun.
Do we have a way how we ending it? Honk honk. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that very well. But, okay.
TBD.
Well,
we're still evolving.
Follow us along for more adventures in our car. Don't forget to
like, follow, and subscribe. That was cute.
And we love you. Safe travels.
Okay.